What's going on? Back with another video. Today we're going to be reacting to Jonathan Majors. So everybody's been seeing the news. Jonathan Majors is now working with the Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro. The movie is controversial. The trailer is saying a lot, and we're going to just read this video and see what's going on. And to be honest, I think this is the dumbest move Jonathan Majors could have made. I think he should have just laid out for a couple years. Did a couple black movies, do a Tyler Perry movie, and he probably could have had a big film 5 years from now. But I guess he had to work, but I don't think this was the right move. Other than that, let's jump straight into this video, man. Let's see what's going on. This is really ridiculous, man.
Welcome back to Marcus at Work Media. So Jonathan Majors, yeah, that Jonathan Majors, he's back with a new movie and new film, and the culture is not happy with this. They got a lot to say about the movie, the storyline, him being the actor in it, and all the implications from this new film.
R.I.P. Jonathan Majors. He not dead, but his career show enough is. Yeah. I just saw the trailer for that movie he got coming out from the Daily Wire and Ben Shapiro, and all I gotta say is wow. I've seen fall off, but I have never seen a fall off like this in my entire life. You were Kang. You were Damien in Creed 3. You would have been in Sinners. And now you doing Islamophobia specials? Jonathan, your career is actually over, bro. What you gonna do, marry Megan Good again? And you know it's over because even the people he would have been able to work with, provided he apologized, over on this side, are never gonna work with him again. Jonathan, you couldn't have did no Tyler Perry movies.
That's what I'm saying.
Already was living like one of the villains.
What's crazy is he's a good actor, bro. I'm literally watching Lovecraft Country, the show that he was the main character in, and he's a good actor. Jonathan Majors was my favorite actor in the 2020 to 2023. Like, he was working hard. Last Black Man in San Francisco, The Harder They Fall, Creed 3. Jonathan Majors could act, but like, you know, the stuff happened with the girl, and he got these charges on him. But bro, there's so many celebrities that got crazy charges and still acting, bro. Still acting, bro. But he want to go on make some you know what I'm talking about, bro. It's just stupid to me, man.
But no, you gotta stoop this low. It's the worst kind of low because this ain't even gonna make a whole lot of money on that side.
Right.
Ain't nobody rocking with Ben Shapiro right now. You made Birth of a Nation Islam edition. Man, I hope that check was worth it. I know it wasn't. Boy, you gonna need to stretch that out. Jonathan, you gonna be doing Veggie Tales by the time this over with. Grown man, by the way. Don't believe me? Watch this. I know Michael B. Jordan watching this with the whoa face.
Now, he could have did a Tyler Perry film or something until he can get back on top, but he chose this kind of film with Ben Shapiro. So a lot of people...
And my thing is, Jonathan Majors is not stupid. This motherfucker read the script. If you read the script and still made the movie, bro, you just an agent at this point, bro. You're literally just that bot. You're literally just a bot, bro.
Feel like he is being used like Nicki Minaj has been used by this particular party to push a narrative, push propaganda, and using him and his affiliation with the culture to prove this point. And needless to say, we're not happy with it.
So Jonathan Tap Dancing Majors has not only embarrassed himself, but most likely just buried his career to the point of no return with this ridiculous trailer of Run, Hide, Fight, Infidels, where he partnered with Ben Shapiro. Let's talk about it. So when you watch the trailer, it leans heavy into that post-9/11 visual language of stuff that we have seen countless times, right? The antagonists are the Islamic extremists, and we have hostage situations, and it's all about defending America, right? You have Majors in the trailer listing out 3 ways that Islam will conquer the West. Oh, and listen to these 3 reasons. The 3 reasons that Majors list out is number 1, through immigration, number 2, through the wombs of our women. Yes, this is a real movie, y'all. And number 3, he says, by using our nation's freedoms against us. This movie is just a MAGA's wet dream, okay? Because what they're trying to do is say, okay, we're standing up to violence against America, or we're fighting off terrorists with patriotism as our response. It's all bullshit. This is the same tired formula that we have seen time and time again after 9/11, and it's this harmful, repetitive storytelling that helped normalize stereotypes, making Muslim identities synonymous with national security threats. This is crazy. You get the American flag waved around a trailer and they present Majors as the protector of America, so violence is necessary to save the nation, right? This is just another narrow view of America as the righteous defender against the Muslim threat. And then you get somebody in the trailer saying that Major's character is the opposite of these brain-dead protesters. Yeah, the ones holding signs saying Gaza solidarity or hate doesn't make us great. You can't make this stuff up, man. This movie's trying to take the people who do speak up during a humanitarian crisis and says, hey, remember how America's always here to protect you, and it gives you that war on terror aesthetic.
I'm not gonna lie to you, gang. I gotta say this. Bro, I was in the military, bro. 98% of the violence that America faces and the cruelty that America faces, like the average American, we don't have to worry about bombs being dropped on us. Like when people say defend America, bro, the biggest threat to America is America itself. You could barely pay for your gas. You could barely get groceries. You could barely afford a house. The biggest threat to America is ain't no damn terrorists. I'm not saying terrorism is not real. Don't think I said that. Terrorism is very real. But as far as the biggest threat between an everyday person, me and you, is ourselves. We're killing each other. We're robbing each other. We doing school shootings. You feel me? All these school shootings are done by American people. Let's not, you know what I mean? Let's not like play the fence and make it seem like the terrorists are just doing all the crime in the world. America been bombing people since the goddamn fucking World War I. 1914. America been bombing people. So let's not act like we just innocent when you have these politicians doing cruelty to Americans in this state right now. You got veterans laying in the street, don't got nothing. So I just want to throw that out there.
That your 50-year-old conservative neighbor probably goes crazy over. That's what this is. I do think that there's something funny about this movie though, because I have a feeling that Majors put his all into this role like he always does, right? Because he's a good actor. The problem is that he's the only good actor in this movie, so it's going to be jarring watching him have a good performance to a dog shit movie and everybody else in the movie giving lifetime performances. That is going to be jarring. I will say this though, was the Tyler Perry check not available?
Right.
Was the Tyler Perry check not available? Majors, you have ruined your career tap dancing Jonathan Majors. This is embarrassing.
So I guess the strategy is do some BS films, please the gatekeepers, and hopefully you can get back in the loop and start making that money that you missed out on. We don't know if that's going to happen. Disney is still probably upset at all the money they had to put behind the film that he didn't do, and now they had to spend all of these hundreds of millions to switch directions. The industry is probably still upset about that. Is the industry trying to prove a point to Jonathan? Or is there more to this than what we're thinking?
I think there's a belief from a lot of people that Jonathan Majors is being held accountable by the industry.
Okay.
That's actually not what's happening. Jonathan Majors is being punished by the industry, and those are two different things. Jonathan Majors was set to be King the Conqueror, and the fact that Jonathan Majors is not King the Conqueror cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Marvel had to scrap parts. Disney.
We got to remember, King the Conqueror was going to be, you know how we have the Doomsday? There was going to be a King the Conqueror. It was going to be a movie surrounded by King the Conqueror. He was going to be the mean villain. King the Conqueror was going to be the mean villain. It was called King the Conqueror and His Dynasty, something like that. King the Conqueror was going to be the mean villain. They lost a lot of money because of this case, bro. And I'm not finna say Jonathan Majors was just super innocent, because he was not super innocent, bro. He was not super innocent. I seen the text message. The text message said, "Don't go to the hospital because they're gonna ask me what happened to you, and I could get in trouble for that." No, that's basically saying he was guilty of hurting her. Whatever.
Disney, the biggest show in town, had to scrap parts of movies that were already shot, change things up. They then had to go get Robert Downey Jr., which cost them upwards of $100 million just for that one movie. So the decision to completely change from the saga that they were going into, partly spurred on by Jonathan Majors' legal problems and his falling status in society, means that they had to literally commit hundreds of millions of dollars to a new plan. What happens when something like that goes on is that the town decides, because of the bean counters in the town, that they're going to punish the person that levied that tax on them. So it's not just going to be Jonathan Majors trying to be a better man and then being reaccepted back into this industry that he put so much into. That's not going to happen. What he's going to have to do is pay a penalty to the people whose money he fucked up. That's
right.
the way they look at it. So some of this, it has nothing to do with whether or not what Jonathan Majors did was as drastic and terrible as what they said it was. Some of this doesn't have anything to do with whether or not Jonathan Majors has found peace, has seen the error of his ways, and wants to go on and be a fantastic man, a fantastic creative, and a person that makes opportunities for other people in this industry. Part of this is simply the people that had money riding on him, mad that money didn't go the way that it was supposed to go, and the people that also want to work with those people in rooms and places where people talk that we're not in rooms and places where people make decisions that we're not in, that group of people deciding this guy made a mistake that is too significant.
We got to think about it. He did mess up a lot of pockets, bro. He was supposed to be Kang the Conqueror, the main villain in Marvel, and he just messed it up, bro. He just messed it up, bro. This is why you gotta be careful who you date, who you talk to, who you in a relationship with. Cause come on, bro. How do you mess something up like this up, bro? It just doesn't make no sense. This is crazy.
You're not fucking with him. And however long that lasts is the penalty, the punishment that he will have to pay. I'm sorry. I'm going to ask the question. The question is, do they punish their people like that? The answer is, they don't.
Now, I do believe that the industry is trying to prove a point with Jonathan. Punish him because I can only imagine the amount of money that they threw away trying to revamp and go a different direction after his whole fiasco. Now, whether you thought it was that serious or not, that's a whole nother conversation, but this is where we are. And this new movie and the rhetoric in it is the wet dream for MAGA. Imagine if you was Trump and you had Ben Shapiro spearheading this film to push immigration policies, to push more agenda that they're already doing, to expand that into the minority community with a black person doing the role. That gotta be the perfect setup. So what do you make of this? You think this is a bad move for Jonathan Majors? Do you feel like it can't get any worse than this?
This is the bad move. In my opinion, this is the worst move Jonathan Majors can do, right? Because I feel like this is just going to make things worse, bro. You know what's crazy? I love Jonathan Majors acting so much, I'm going to fucking watch the movie. Even though the movie is spreading propaganda, but bro, like, it's just crazy, bro. You got to be thankful for y'all blessings, man, and keep your head on the swivel. Other than that, thank you for watching. My name is Isaiah Sanders. I'm out.